out of the race. He stalled his engine, and David Coulthard retires from the lead of the French Grand Prix on lap 10. What awful luck for the Scotsman. Now it's Barrichello. Here's a replay. Let's see what happens.
It's broken down. It's not a place you'd go off. Obviously his car's broken down, and he just decided to get off the racetrack as he saw second place man Barrichello coming along. What has Coulthard got to do?
Well, poor David Coulthard. That's the 4th time in 7 races that he's retired for one reason or another. Luck is not with him this season, but Barrichello's benefited from that, and Barrichello has got nearly 4 seconds between himself and Jean Alesi, who now regains his 2nd position, which is where he started on the grid. Heinz-Harald Frentzen is 3rd, Mika Häkkinen is 4th, and catching the German. Michael Schumacher in that 5th position. All is not lost for the German, because the rain that we're expecting could change things. They might be on different strategies. But meantime, Rubens Barrichello will be feeling very, very heartened and happy about this. Look at the back of the Velopig behind them. There, you see the yellow Jordan of Heinz-Harald Frentzen. Ahead of him is Alesi. Now, this is Frentzen's opportunity. If he can only fight his way past Alesi, who is the most experienced Grand Prix driver of them all in this race. We're with him now, coming out of the Chateau d'Eau. Now, there we go, Alesi into the chicane, down to the last corner, the Lycée, turn 14 in this race. There's Frentzen, behind Frentzen is Häkkinen, behind Häkkinen is Schumacher. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Panis is in 6th position, but he's 5 seconds behind Michael Schumacher. A titanic scrap between the 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th men, while Rubens Barrichello races round in the lead of the French Grand Prix on lap 12 out of 72. And watch Mika Häkkinen. He's come up from 14th. He's now 4th. 10 places, and he's trying to do to Frentzen what he did to Michael Schumacher. Very, very late on the brakes in the McLaren.
Well, the disappointment of the race has got to be the pace of the Ferrari, really. And Michael Schumacher falling away from that battle quite quickly there. Still in 5th place as Alesi locks the inside the left front wheel going into 180. Not unusual going into there, it has to be said. And Häkkinen very much stalking Frentzen for that 3rd place. Didn't take Häkkinen long to get through the pack, did it?
It did not. And Eddie Irvine, on the other hand, is taking a long time to get through the pack, as you see Coulthard's McLaren being removed. Eddie Irvine started in 17th place, 12 laps later. He's fought his way up to 12th position. Damon Hill started 18th, and he's only 15th now. Yes, there's a long way to go. And the retirements are David Coulthard is out of the race. Poor Johnny Herbert has retired yet again. He surely must be the most retired driver in Grand Prix racing, because year after year, irrespective of what car he's been in, poor Johnny's had to retire. He's out of this race, as is Deniz, as is Coulthard. 19 out of the 22 starters still running. Marc Genet is last, and his teammate Luca Badar is in 18th position ahead of him. Down to Adelaide, the hairpin. Alesi 3rd, Frentzen 4th. Häkkinen is in 5th place. And Rubens Barrichello now has an ever-increasing lead. We're with Alesi now of 4 seconds.
I suspect this is just the lock-up, the replay of when we saw Alesi locking the left front. You could see him moving the steering wheel around, but just eased the brake pedal back a little bit, trying to reattach the wheel to the tarmac, and he did that rather nicely.
Well, now you can see 4 of the very best drivers in Grand Prix racing in very, very evenly matched motor cars, demonstrating that Magny-Cours, like most Grand Prix circuits these days, is very difficult to get past it. Why, people say, is it difficult? All sorts of reasons. The drivers have equal ability, the cars are very evenly matched, the aerodynamics make the air behind them very turbulent, and if you get close to the car in front, you lose downforce on your front tyres, which are the ones that are steering you, of course. And so, all in all, you've just got to pressure the driver in front and hope that he makes a mistake. Eddie Jordan there.
This is the problem corner, Estoril, and Häkkinen having dropped back a little bit now, and obviously nowhere near any kind of position to have a go at Frentzen under brake, and he'll close up on him, I think, but I don't think he's going to be able to do anything until he gets significantly closer out of turn 2, Estoril corner. Well, nonetheless, Hakkinen will be more than satisfied to already have Michael Schumacher behind him.
Yeah, and Michael Schumacher is dropping back. You see, we're watching him now. He's over a second behind that battle for second position between Alesi, Frentzen and Hakkinen that you're looking at.
That wasn't an overtaking manoeuvre you were watching there with Hakkinen and Frentzen. It was just there's two distinct lines to take into that corner. Go in wide and come out tight, or just go in very early. Very early is definitely the fastest way, but Frentzen choosing to go in a little bit wider, and it looked like Hakkinen was going to come sliding up the inside, but it's not the corner to do it.
Well, now, sadly, I have to say that it really does look now as though David Coulthard's chances of the World Championship have been all but destroyed. He started this race in an equal 6th position, some 22 points behind his teammate Mika Hakkinen that you are looking at. If he'd got those 10 World Championship points that he would have got, if he'd managed to finish this race where he was when he retired, it would have considerably strengthened his case.
Now here we go, Murray. Now it's a much different situation for Hakkinen. He managed to stay close enough. He should be able to come up the inside. Will Frentzen close the door? Not impressed.
Clean as a whistle. Clean. Oh, yes, he goes. Frentzen dives up alongside him, and he's going to... But Hakkinen has got the inside line for the left-hand bend. Now there's a right-hander that follows, and Hakkinen chops across quite safely the front of Heinz-Harald Frentzen, now up to 3rd position. You are watching an absolutely superb drive by the reigning world champion Mika Hakkinen. Here's a replay.
Yes, Frentzen should have come to the right. It was clear that for all to see that Hakkinen was going to have a go at him and got more straight. He already knows Hakkinen's faster in the straight, and Frentzen just left the door absolutely wide open. And now Hakkinen's bearing down on Alesi, who I think's doing rather well.
Yeah, I think Alesi is going to yield where the others did not do so quickly. There'll be more of a performance differential between the Ferrari-engined Sauber of Jean Alesi and the Mercedes-engined of Mika Hakkinen. So they're round the left-hander at the Grand Courbe into Estoril as we look down from the helicopter. The blue car is Jean Alesi, 2nd place. The silver and black one behind him is Mika Hakkinen. They're coming up towards Adelaide, which is where Mika Hakkinen does these demon late braking moves and dives past people. He's going to have another go, but he's too far away from Jean Alesi, who closes right up on the apex, runs wide and retains his 2nd place, but I don't think he's going to do it for very much longer. Meantime, Rubens Barrichello now leads by 4.6 seconds, and covering the first 5, there's a mere 7.2 seconds as you watch Ralf Schumacher trying to pass Fisichella in the Benetton. Fisichella is in 8th position, Ralf Schumacher therefore is in 9th position. Benetton and Williams, they're both powered by the Supertech engine.
Yes, they're certainly evenly matched in terms of power with the same engine. And, well, the Williams looked like they were very strong earlier on in the proceedings of this Grand Prix through free practice and that, but weren't dealt a very good hand in that wet qualifying session, and Ralf really having to work very hard back there in 9th place. Zanardi back in 13th.
Here are the top 10 on lap 17 as you watch Schumacher pushing Fisichella for 8th position. Barrichello leading by 4.6 seconds ahead of Jean Alesi, who is in 2nd place with Mika Hakkinen tucked up under his rear wing, ready to challenge. 4th is Frentzen, 5th is Michael Schumacher, 6th is Olivier Panis, 7th is Jarno Trulli, 8th is Fisichella that you have been watching, and now in 9th position is Ralf Schumacher, followed by Eddie Irvine, who's come up from 17th but is now carving his way through the field. And this is Alesi versus Hakkinen. And Schumacher gets through ahead of Fisichella, who has to yield, and Ralf Schumacher is now up into 8th position in the Williams. Nice bit of driving, and you can see Eddie Irvine in the Scarlet Ferrari thundering up behind them, and he's gaining hand over fist on them, lapping 7/10 of a second faster than both of them. And down to the Adelaide hairpin, hard on the brakes, down into 2nd gear, onto the apex. Fisichella has to run wide. Schumacher lets his Williams run wide, gets right in front and hit Hakkinen now, completing the lap. Is still right up with Alesi, who still resists him. Now, Alesi hasn't had the best of seasons in 1999. He's failed to finish 5